MegaPodTastic. Good morning, MegaPodlings. It's Krazy Joe, and we are back at the old AMC Theater. I am parked at an angle by which you cannot see the signage, but that's where we are. And it is time to check out The Invisible Man. This movie's been getting great reviews. It is, oddly enough, the second Blumhouse film to come out this month, because Fantasy Island was a Blumhouse film. And here we are. The month isn't done yet, and we have our second of the month. I'd say the year of the month. I'm looking down on the ground to see if we have any clean teeth, dirty streets, but I don't see any tonight. So let's go inside and check this movie out. I also didn't see a poster. Maybe it was invisible. It is a beautiful, beautiful pre-spring day. I say pre-spring because it's only March 2nd. Spring does not actually begin until March 19th this year. It's usually March 20th. This year it's March 19th, which bugs me because my birthday is the 21st, and I always could say my birthday is the first full day of spring, and this year I can't. This year my birthday is the second full day of spring, because it starts on the 19th. But we're not here to talk about the weather. We're here to talk about The Invisible Man. And man, do I want to talk about The Invisible Man, because it is good. It is really good. It is the best film of 2020 so far, which isn't saying much because 2020 is only a couple months old. But it's the best movie of 2020 so far. It's an exciting movie because it's the kind of movie where not only do you get a great movie, but with Leigh Whannell, and this is his third directorial effort, first being Insidious Chapter 3, which I saw, the second being Upgrade, which I did not see, and I'm going to correct that. I keep hearing Upgrade's really, really good. I didn't see it. Now, Insidious Chapter 3, it's fine. It's good. It's not the best Insidious movie, but it's all right. It's certainly not the worst. That would be Insidious 4. But yeah, I saw it and I'm like, oh, this is good. But it wasn't a game changer. It wasn't something where you walk out and say, aha, that director, that's a guy to watch. Invisible Man, that is the kind of movie you walk out and say, aha, that director, he's a guy to watch. So Leigh Whannell, we are witnessing the rise of a guy who has the potential to be one of the next great filmmakers. Got to keep an eye on him. He is one to keep an eye on because he just really delivered in The Invisible Man. Also, not just Leigh Whannell, let's talk about Elisabeth Moss. Obviously, she is not a new commodity. We've heard of Elisabeth Moss before. She's been on TV. She's been in movies. We know she's good. We've always known she's good. This is one of those movies that makes you say, not only is she good, she's one of the best actresses working today, because this movie, she gives a performance. Now, I also want to rewind the clock a little bit. Let's talk about December 2019. December 2019, you may remember, I did a review. You can find it right here on this channel. Did a review for the movie Black Christmas. And with Black Christmas, we had Blumhouse Productions, Jason Blum's Blumhouse Productions, doing a reboot of a horror classic, 1974's Black Christmas, but kind of reconfiguring it as a Me Too era story, a story taking like a very, very modern Me Too bent to it. And I hated that movie. And one thing I said was it was a movie that had a message that there was no subtlety at all. It was like it had the subtlety of a jackhammer to your head. Well, what a difference a couple months makes, because that was December 2019. Here we are. Well, it's now March. The movie opened a couple days ago, so it was still February. February 2020, just a couple months later, we get Blumhouse Productions, Jason Blum's Blumhouse Productions, putting out a reboot of a horror classic, this time The Invisible Man. And once again, it takes a Me Too element. It's very much a fable for the Me Too era. But whereas Black Christmas was a complete and total failure that hit you over the head with a jackhammer of subtlety, this film nails it. This film nails it. It's like, wow, you're doing basically the same thing. Horror reboot, classic property, Me Too message from the same exact production company. And they bungled it to hell the first time, and the second time they have just nailed it to perfection. This movie definitely is a bit of a message movie, but it's a message movie done well, because the Invisible Man is used as a metaphor for an abusive relationship. And anyone who knows a woman who's been in a relationship like this, it's pretty spot on. I do know someone who was in a relationship like this, and the personality type, the narcissist who tries to be very, very controlling and is emotionally abusive, it's spot on. Of course, they dial it up a little because this is a horror film, and this guy's going to, no, I don't think it's a spoiler. We are talking about a horror film. There's deaths, there's murder that happens in horror films. But, maybe the people you meet who are in relationships like this, they don't go quite that far. But, like I said, it's very, very accurate, just dialed up because it's a horror film. But it's really accurate. It's really accurate. It's, if you're a woman who's been in a relationship like this, it might be, dare I say, triggering because it's so accurate. But it is really good. I can't wait to see what Leigh Whannell does next. I give this movie the biggest of high fives. Check out Invisible Man. There's no better movie out right now. Keep wearing those pajamas.
Keep wearing those pajamas with the plastic feet. Keep wearing those pajamas. Tell everyone you meet. Keep wearing those pajamas with the back door flap. Keep wearing those pajamas. Don't open, it's a trap. Oh no, it's a trap. Some people call them PJs, some people call them jammies. They can come embroidered with big money and no whammies. They can have 100 tiny commander pajamas, but no matter how they look, just keep on wearing those pajamas. Keep on wearing those pajamas. Keep wearing those pajamas. And now we're having fun. Keep wearing those pajamas. And now the song is done.